Would you please re-explain your message to young women that are trying to care for their own hair? What are the necessary do's and don'ts?
Well, definitely, I'm all about hair care. So, and I know you've heard this before, but definitely choosing the right conditioners. Making sure that, a lot of young women are into extensions, and I wear extensions. I love extensions. But you got to make sure you get the right ones and you have the proper care for them, because I know a lot of women are losing hair. And, if it's too tight, take it out. Don't wear it. Also, give your hair a break. I love the whole natural hair movement that's happening now, because it allows women, especially women of color, to embrace their natural hair. And I think in the long term it'll be healthier, because if you just wear extensions and weaves too much or put too much chemicals, it's going to destroy the hair that you have. So I like having options, because I wear it all. I do it all. I do natural hair, I wear extensions, but I definitely give my hair breaks. Eating has a lot to do with taking care of your hair. You should drink plenty of water. I know they don't want to hear that, but it is hydrating. I've had to learn myself, just the things that you eat makes a big difference in your hair and your skin and your whole body.
What would you recommend for women of my age that are senior citizens? With your hair falling out,
Right.
And you want to put a weave in to cover it up, but then that takes out more of your hair. And then you put the chemicals in your hair, and it takes out some more. So what would you suggest?
Our hair changes every 7 years, especially when we get older. Our hair has a tendency to get much more drier and more brittle, and especially when our hair starts to turn gray, it becomes very wiry. So it's very difficult to control. So if you don't put chemicals in your hair, or you don't wear natural hair, you might want to wear extensions and wigs. It's just you still have to take the same care. I take it out. I would take it out every 2 months to give my hair a break, condition. And if you put it back in, wigs are a great option too, because a lot of our clients have transitioned from extensions to wigs. Because what I like about the wigs is some of them that come in and they get in our salon, they get their wigs sewn on. It's almost just like a weave. They cut the top open, or they do a unit piece and they have their hair cover the top, but they have it sewn on. But they can take it off in a couple of weeks, get their hair conditioned, braided up, and put back on.
Question. As a woman of color, myself, I love wigs, but a lot of people look at it as sellout, as who I am as a person, because the weaving business is a multi-billion-dollar business, but it's owned by not many black owners. So the people who own the business don't even really care. Understand? We feel that beauty is the long hair, the curly hair, the hair that looks like somebody else. So do you believe that we really, as people, have sold out in terms of owning our own beauty, as we're very natural, and just understand that that's African, that's a part of who we are, rather than try to look, with the long, silky hair that people would say pretty to and say ugly to a nappy hair. But reality, nappy is just us. But people compare the texture of your hair to pretty because it's soft and straight. What would you say about that?
Well, that's why one of the things I mentioned about the natural hair movement has kind of helped people I think the problem is a lot of us don't understand how to really take care and maintain our hair. And I think the bloggers have helped, and the video bloggers have helped people understand how to care for their natural hair. What I will say is this: I actually have been in the hair business for over 25 years. I've done from natural hair to extensions. I've wear natural hair to extensions, and I actually own my own hair line, extension line. It's called Hair Drove. And the whole thing behind it is, because what I've noticed about me and a lot of my clients, we like to change our hair, just like we change our clothes. It's part of kind of my expression of how I feel. I think that every race does something to alter their hair. Whether they color it, whether they perm it, whether they put straighteners in their hair as well. I think everybody has the same thing. Everybody's not always satisfied with what they have, and I think they're just trying to find their way. And for me, I look at it as an expression. I don't think it has anything to, for me, it doesn't have anything to, I love my natural hair as much as, now that I've learned how to maintain it and how to work with it. I love it as much as I love wearing my extensions. But for me, I like variety. I like to change my hair. Like, if you just saw me probably a week ago, my hair was just like yours.
Okay.
Like, my natural hair is like that. And of course, sometimes I do enhance it with pieces to give it more volume. I think it's about, feeling confident. That's where my slogan, great hair equals confidence, comes from. Because I think what makes you feel good. I don't want to say that, It may have started off that way, but I think women just like variety and they like what they see. And you see more and more, there's a lot of smaller hair companies on the rise that are out, that are more niche hair companies, not like the companies that you're talking about that have been selling hair. For me, it's about quality. That's why I started in the hairline, because I wanted quality and variety in textures. Because a lot of that stuff doesn't even really. What I don't like is when we wear hair that doesn't match our hair texture. If it's too silky, some of us have, African Americans' hair range from silky to kinky, and in other races, Latino, even some Caucasian, they have kinky, curly hair. So hair is about texture, really. It's not about race, and until people really understand that and learn that. Because in every race, they have multiple textures. So it's really about finding a texture that blends well with you and your hair. Because what doesn't look good is if you have kinky hair and then this hair is like silky, like down here. Girls, it didn't go away. I know what you were trying to do, but it didn't work out. So I think by being educated, and I would like to see more education on hair extensions and weaves and wigs. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, as long as you wear it properly. As long as you don't, it's done. A lot of people are doing it at home. We call them kitchen beauticians. I would not trust someone in the kitchen to do my weave or my color or my relaxer because they've not been trained to do it. Because I've been wearing extensions for years, I still have all my edges. But there's a way to do it, and I do give my hair breaks, and I condition my hair, and I take care of my hair. And so I think that it's all in the education, and I think it's all about expression. If we look at it like that and understand that hair is, again, texture. Everybody has multiple textures. We all change our hair, but for me, it's all about how do I feel today? How do I want to be? Do I want to be bohemian? Do I want to be Afrocentric today? I'll throw my natural hair on and throw my little kente cloth skirt on, and for me, it's like really coordinating with what I'm wearing. Someday I want to be a rocker chick. Okay, now I want wavy, wild hair, and I want to be a rocker chick. So, if I think we look at it more that way and take all that out of it, but do it properly and safe, so that we don't lose our hair, because that's where the biggest problems come in.
My question to you is, we see you like trying to have your own empire. Like recently I saw that you had your own vending machine, your hair vending machine. So my question to you is, what lies ahead, projective-wise?
Last question.
Projective-wise, what do you see yourself changing the hair game?
Well, for me, I have big dreams with my brand. Again, education is a big part of what I want to do, is educating people. So building my educational platform. We have, of course, my products are, we have products and salaries right now. Expanding my product line and expanding my hair business. I want to have hair salons that carry my products all over the country. I know you see me talking about Atlanta, but I want to be in New York, Vegas. So my goal is to be able to have a place where women can come in and be serviced, with the Kimble touch. Everybody can be Kimbleized all over the country. Yes. And also help build other entrepreneurs, because through my platform I want to have, other people, kind of, be able to make money off of our brand and our hair.
How can we stay? That's not a question. How can we find your stage?
Kimble.com has, I'm Kimble Hair Care is my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Kimble Hair Studio. KimKimble.com has all of our contact information on there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.